Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we start with the lesson now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Today we are
Yes.
okay. Today, see, welcome to your online session. We have started with the geography lesson, that is minerals and energy resources. We have done with the minerals. We have done with the minerals, and in with this minerals we have seen. I'm sharing the screen. Can you see what is there on the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
see, this is introduction is there. Just from the beginning, I'm telling you all what we have done over here. Okay, that is introduction, ways of extracting the minerals, type of coal, lesson, whatever we have done it. Okay, I have just done the introduction over here. Today we are starting with the energy and resources, energy resources. That is whatever I have told you yesterday about the coal. Okay, now whatever I have done without of we have done with the coal, and with this coal we will see that how it is. Now here the minerals are there, we have seen, and what is mineral we have seen the definition also. That I will do everything in the summary, but what I wanted to tell you today is that we have done yesterday with the coal, that is energy resources, that is conventional and non-conventional energy resources. Now here you will see how the coal mining, we have seen the hazards of coal mining, how it is dangerous. You can see in the picture that how the narrow passage is there, and how the people are doing the manual work, which is very difficult for them, and the roof may collapse, there is no proper light, and the life is very dangerous over there. That's why we say that it is a killer industry. That's why we say that it is a killer industry. Then we have seen the manganese, metallic, iron ore, we have seen ferrous, non-ferrous we have done. See here the picture, you can see that how it is, how the people are working, and how it is dangerous for them to work over here. Now you will see that energy resources, what are these energy resources? That is the solar energy, wind energy, hydro electricity, geothermal energy, and the biogas. Okay. Now energy resources are, as I told you yesterday, conventional and non-conventional energy resources. That difference between, a question may occur over here, that difference between conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. Here you have to write, it may be for 3 marks or it may be for 5 marks. So here you will see that how it is. That conventional source of energy, that is coal, petroleum, natural gas, and that are non-renewable. That means this type of resources takes thousands of or millions of years for the formation. It is just a natural process. It is just the natural process. We human being cannot help it out to make this resources. So these resources are just natural, and that's why we say that we need to use it very safely. We have to not compromise with the future generation. Then it is said that they have been used since a long time. That means these resources are being used from the long time. It is not just recently it is used. Technique is not been invented to use these resources, but you will see it have been used from the long, many years, maybe 100 years, 200 years, from the ancient time this are being used. Because you are saying the railways, you are seeing the buses, all these are running on the road, and that is this sources which are being used, that petroleum, petrol, diesel, all these are being used in as a energy resource to run this. Then you can see that most of these energy resources, coal and petroleum, cause pollution. Of course, you know that whenever you go on a traffic signal, you are there, and you will see that there are so many vehicles, And as soon as you stop on that traffic signal, someone starts sneezing, someone starts coughing. So why all these things are there? Nowadays you will see the people are wearing masks, the people are wearing the putting the handkerchief on their mouth, just because to see that they are taking the precaution. That means, or there will be just a burning in your eyes. So these means, these are the proof that this energy resources causes the pollution. When they are used, they are causing the pollution, they are having a bad effect on the environment. Not only using it, but sometimes extraction of these minerals may also cause the bad effect on the environment. Suppose I give you the example, petrol or diesel, it is being transported from one place to another by the ship. Now suppose if there is some leakage, or if a drop of it falls into the water, what will happen? The animals which are there in the water, it may cause a bad effect on their health. So we can see that how this environment, how this use of this is causing a bad effect on the environment. Now you will see that this, whatever these resources are, they are commonly and widely used. That means most of the people use these resources. Not only the people who are having new techniques, or the people who are having recently introduced some invention has been done. It is not like that way. That means a common man, or the common, you will see that these resources are being used commonly. Now you can see solar panels. If you talk about of the non-conventional, you will see that most of the people are not having a solar panel on their houses. Most of them are not having a solar cooker in their house. It is not commonly used. That means it is not commonly used means most of the people do not use it. But at the same time, when you talk about the non-conventional resources, can you read it? Is it possible you all to read it? Yes, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the point that how you all can do it, that it is conventional and non-conventional. Now non-conventional, you will see that they are the solar energy, wind energy, and they have been renewable source of the energy. That means there is an unlimited stock is there. Unlimited stock is there. Okay. And you do not need or any cost for extraction. For sun rays, do not need, it's just a weather. If the sun is very good, it is rising, you will get the sun rays. You do not require any efforts to take that. Only thing that wherever the solar panels are there, if they are placed in a good way, that the sun rays are coming very nicely, then it will be getting the sun rays, and so that it will be useful, that solar panels. Now you will see that as we have seen over here, that these are being used from a long time. Just opposite, you will see that these are being not used for the long time. If you talk about the solar cooker, if you talk about the solar panel, if you talk about the windmills, they are not being used from the long time. That means as we are inventing, as the invention is being done, as the discoveries are being done, as we are new techniques are being invented, as the scientific technology is been progressing, developing day by day, that means we are coming, or we have been getting aware that how we can use all these resources. Maybe today the way we are using the solar panels, tomorrow again a new invention will be coming, and we will be able to use it very easily. Then they do not cause any pollution. Now it is said that this wind energy and this geothermal energy, they do not cause, or this solar energy do not cause any pollution. Means it does not have a bad effect on the environment. It is eco-friendly. If you talk about, we can say it is eco-friendly. That means it is very good for us to utilize. because it is eco-friendly, it does not pollute the environment, and they are comparatively new sources of energy, and hence we do not. They are the new sources. I think so. Some voice is disturbing. You'll just take a precautions, dear students, that whenever you're like giving the answer, that time you can mute yourself. Otherwise, you just see that humming. I can hear some humming noise. Okay. Now you will see that these are the recent invention. These are the recent invention. That's why they are being not used from a long time, or most of the common people do not use it. As I said, there are so many farms, but in 10 or
Roll
if there are
number 1005A. Roll number 1005A. Why you are unmuting yourself? Mute yourself, else I will mute you. Roll number 1005A. Are you there? Roll number 1005A. Okay, thank you, student.
So you will see that these are the energy resources. These are the recent one. So we will see that these people are being not, these resources are being not used by the common people, or it is not used by commonly. As I was giving the example that if there are 100 people in the villages, you will see the solar panel only in 1 or 2, because the construction of that is really that solar panel, having a solar panel, it is really a costly. Maybe it may not affordable, or maybe people thinking that yes, it is just useful only in the summer. What about the winter? What about the rainy season? And if you take, I think so I've given you the example of solar cooker. That how it is, just it is a box over there, and in that box you will see a glass has been there, and some utensils are over there which is been coated with the black color. Again, why the black color? You will see that. Then now you will see that in the summer we are told to, or we are saying that we are using the white color dresses, mostly white dresses. Why it is? Yes, why it is? Why do we wear white mostly?
White
on
color reflect sunlight, that's why.
Okay, that's why. And here the utensils, whatever the utensils are there in the solar cooker, that is been coated with the black. Why with the black over here? Just the opposite the answer now.
Black color absorbs most heat.
Most heat. Black color will absorb the most heat. And suppose now the solar cooker is there, and suppose now in the solar cooker I have put and dal and rice over there. Now if at 10 o'clock I'll have to wait. Now suppose my school timing is 8 o'clock, I have to cook my food and go at 8 o'clock. Will that solar cooker will be beneficial for me? No. Why no? Because I have to leave 8 o'clock, and you will see that the sun rays, the brightest sun rays will be after 8 o'clock. And at least if I do that, or if I cook that rice and dal in the cooker, it may in the gas, it may take at least 10 to 20 minutes. But in this solar cooker, if I'm cooking, what will happen? It may take at least 1 or 2 hours. And today the life has become very busy. We are running with the shortage of the time. We think that yes, this 24 hours, this must be of 26 hours, because we are running in the shortage of time. हम सभी के पास हम देख रहे हैं कि टाइम की बहुत कमी है. हमको लगता है कि हर चीज जल्दी जल्दी होना चाहिए. We are very impatient. We don't have any patience. इधर क्लिक किया, because nowadays everything is that उतनी टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई है. On the tip of your finger, as soon as you just tap, you will get a lots of information. So we are in habitual to get everything very soon. Not technology also, but you just see whatever you demand to your parents, yes, recently, very soon you will get it. This is the way that we have become, or you all have become very habitual to it. Okay, now this is the difference between conventional and non-conventional energy. Now we have talked about the coal. Now what is coal? Coal is a raw material of heavy industries and thermal power station. Coal is being used as an energy resource. I have given you the example that how this coal, I have given you the example of the burning train, how the trains were using the coals, how the man was just putting the coal into, and you would see that the train has been running. Now it is the source of most of the industries, and as it is the source of industries, that's why most of the industries are located near the coal mines. Now what is this coal having? The coal is having mostly carbon with it. Okay, it is having a carbon and variable amount of other elements like hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen and nitrogen. Now it is a primary fossil fuel. It is a primary fossil fuel. And how do we get this coal? Of course, we get this coal from the remains of the plants, which may take millions of years. Whatever the remains are there of the plants, they are deep buried inside the ground. Decomposition is been done, and then the coal formation takes place due to the heat, due to the pressure, and it may take millions of years. As I told you, this minerals are naturally formed. That's why we again and again say that we need to conserve, or we need to save this energy resources for our future generation. Okay. Now this coal, there are different type of variety of coals. I told you yesterday 3 types of coal. What was the 3 types of coal yesterday which I told you? Yes, anybody? Come on, roll number 1005 only. Yesterday I told you the 3 types of coal. What are the 3 types of coal? Yesterday, day before, yes, lignite. Okay, second one,
anthracite, and
okay. And from B it is
bituminous.
okay. Now out of this I told you there are the, not only we are having the different types of coal, but we are also having its grade. Means which is of the low quality, which is of the high quality, which is of the highest quality. And how do we say this? On what basis do we say that this is the of low grade, this is of the higher grade, and this is of the highest grade? What is the reason that we classify them, or we say that refer them this is of the low? Because it is on its softness, on its hardness, on the quantity of it which is having a moisture, on it. Now you can say that, yes, now here you can see that how it is. You can say the lignite low grade, it is with the brown, soft, high moisture and used for electricity. High moisture means it is having a high quantity of water in it. It is having a high quantity of water in it. That means this type of coal is mostly found in the areas where you can see there is more groundwater level is very good, or where the areas where we are receiving the more rainfall, because it is having a good moisture, it is having a good amount of water absorbed in it. It is a very soft. Okay. Then bituminous, you will see it is a high grade and mostly it is used in the industries. Then the third is it is a very hard. It is very hard means it will not burn very soon and it is a very good quality. So these are the type of coal. Now yesterday, day before yesterday, I have given you the question that why most of the industries are located near the coal fields.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Anthracite कहाँ पे यूज होता? कोल.
Yes, pardon.
Anthracite कोल कहाँ पे यूज होता?
कहाँ पे यूज होता? Yes, this is also used mostly in the industries because it is of the good quality. It is of the very good quality and it is also used in the industry. Most of this is being used in the industry. Okay. Okay. Now
Yes, ma'am.
Now here you will see a picture that how this coal is been found. As I told you that it is been formed due to the remains of the plants. Now you will see in the picture on the top, you will see that how the plants are there, whatever the remain parts are there. The next you will see a pit, then there is a sediment, then there is a sedimentary rock, and at the last you will see that how this rock is been, how this coal is been formed. Now you will see there are the 5 steps. In the first it is all the plants are there. स्वैम्प वे में भी जहाँ पे बहुत सारा कीचड़ है या जहाँ पे कीचड़ में है तो पानी में भी you will see in the water also, you will see sometimes there are some plants are there in the pond, there are some plants are there. So here are this type of plants you will see, and after some days you will see the leaves have been falling down, the roots have been there, and all these unwanted or all these remains of the plants that is been buried deep into the ground. Then a pit is been formed, their decomposition is been taking place, and as you saw that as you go on digging, you will see the topmost layer is a soil. As you go on digging, you will see a big stones, a big rocks will be coming out. And you all have learned again that in the 7th standard mental course, that as you go deep inside, the temperature goes on increasing, the temperature goes on increasing. So there are the sediments, that means the sedimentary rocks are there, and when this is when decomposition takes place, and when this is crushed inside, you will see the type of coal is been formed. Now this process, the upper remains of the plants going deep buried inside the ground, then sedimentary rocks, then again the formation of coal. It is not a process of 1 or 2 days, nor 1 or 2 years, but it will take millions or thousands or hundred of years, the formation. Then the heat, the formation or the type of a variety of coal also depends upon the heat. As I said that as you go deep inside the earth, you will see the temperature goes on increasing, and here the formation of the coal depends upon the pressure, time, and also the heat. This is way how the coal is been formed. Understood this? How the coal is been formed? Okay. Now here again you will see how on one side you will see the plants are there, then again you will see the lignite rock is there, and again another type of rock has been found. The same way how the rock has been found, how the layers have been there. Now another part, if I say petroleum, what do you understand with, or whatever the points come into your mind, that is as soon as I say petroleum, what comes in your mind? Yes, as soon as I say petroleum, what comes in your mind?
It is a fossil fuel.
It is a fossil fuel. Okay, then
It is used in vehicle.
it is used in vehicle. Very good. It is a fossil fuel. It has been used in vehicles. Okay. Again, anybody else? Okay, we'll proceed. It is a fossil fuel. It has been used in the vehicles. These are your answers, and now we will see what it is. Now it is also known, this coal is also known as a liquid gold. Why as a liquid gold? Come on, tell me. As soon as we say gold, it is very precious to us. Even cotton is said to be a white gold because it is having that much economical value. So your petrol is also having very economical value. It is having a great economical value, and that's why it is said as a liquid gold. It is also said as a base of the other industries. It is also said as a base of the other industries because most of the industries is using this petrol as a base. Now see, it is known as a mineral oil. It is known as a liquid gold. We get petrol, furnace, oil, diesel and kerosene after refining. Now उसका refining होता है, उसको purify किया जाता है, and after that only we get the petrol. Whatever the oil is been extracted, whatever the oil is been extracted, that is not used as it is. That is not. See here, you will see in this picture that how the crude oil distillation is been done, how the purification is been done. On the level you will see this oil, mostly this oil is being seen in the deep inside the ground, in the oceans also. And in this ocean you will say there are different type of algae is there, different type of plants are there, and even they have been crushed. When they have been crushed, they go inside and this formation of petroleum takes place. If there is a layer, if there is a layer of the petroleum, above it there is a layer of a natural gas. Sometimes you may find only natural gas. Sometimes you may find a layer of natural gas on the top layer, and the down you may find the petroleum. And why this is? This is just because of the heat inside. This is just because of the heat inside. Now you can see how the crude oil is there, fractional distillation is been done. You will see that how the petroleum is there, then how the lubricating oil is been there, fuel oil is there, kerosene is there, diesel is there. Means how if you go on distillation, if you go on purifying it, then the purification, then what is next? What is next? You will get in this way, you will get the kerosene from this petroleum, from this oil, fossil fuel, you will be getting diesel, you will be getting kerosene, you will be getting natural gas. But the distillation, you will see that there is a oil which has been given to the vehicles also. Lubricating oil is also there. So these are the different stages where the purification is done. Now if you see today, you will see whatever the oil is being used for cooking, whatever the oil is being used for cooking, today you will see there are different types of oil are there, and today you get refined oil. पहले के जमाने में तेल की घान होती थी, उसमें से पूरे कैन भर के तेल लाया जाता था, ऑयल लाया जाता था, रिफाइंड. नाउ यू आर गेटिंग रिफाइनरी होता, नाउ यू आर से दिस इज प्यूरिफाइड, दिस इज रिफाइंड ऑयल, दिस इज गुड फॉर योर हेल्थ. दैट मीन्स it is made more pure. Whatever it was used yesterday or many years before, today it is being used very pure. It is purification is taking place. Now here this oil, whatever the oils are there, that the purification, the distillation is being done, and according to the level we are getting from it kerosene also, we are getting from it diesel also. Now you will see that what petroleum is. As I said, petroleum provides a raw material for the synthetic, textile, fertilizers, and also in the chemical industries. You all said that it is being used only in the, or it is a fossil fuel and it is used in the vehicles. But rather than that, it is being used in the synthetic, textile, fertilizers, and also in the petrochemical industries. Now where this is been formed, this, as I told you, that this oil is being found in the oceans deep inside. You need to drill it. In 8th standard you all have learned this. In 8th standard you all have learned this, minerals, extraction of minerals. And in that you all have seen that how this is been found into the fold traps. That means very, very old rocks that has been trapped, that has been between the two rocks, that oil is been found. It has been trapped into this two rocks, layers of the two rocks. And you all have learned in the 9th standard how there is the tectonic gravitational composition is there, how the rocks move, how they come horizontally and vertically, how they come repel, how they come close to one another. This is the formation. This causes the formation of petroleum. This causes the formation of petroleum. Now you will see that porous. What do you understand by the word porous? Yes, well, I've learned in science porous. What do you mean by porous? Yes, students, can you remember?
So many minute
Soft.
holes in it which absorbs water.
Okay, Shreya, it is, that means it is having holes which absorbs the water. Okay. Now in this, there is a limestone. There are sandstones where you will see that in this, the water is being, or this oil is being absorbed. They allow it to go. Now there are porous and non-porous. That means non-porous means it will not allow the oil to pass to the other way. It will absorb it. Now you all have seen, if you take an example, you will take of the sponge. Now lime, जैसे आपने देखा होगा कि पुराने जमाने में घर में व्हाइटनिंग करते थे तो क्या लाते थे, लाइमस्टोन, चूना लाते थे, जैसे उसको पानी में डालते थे, बहुत सारा पानी लेते थे, एक ड्रम भर के भी अगर पानी ले लिया और बकेट भर के भी अगर पानी ले लिया, उसमें से सिर्फ 1 किलो या 2 किलो अगर उसमें चूना लाइमस्टोन अगर डाल देते तो वो पूरा एब्जॉर्ब करता था, वो पूरा उसमें से ऐसे बुड़बुड़ बुड़बुड़ निकलते थे, उसमें से ऐसे आवाज आती है अगर किसी ने ऑब्जर्व किया है ये सारी चीजें. तो nowadays you always see there are so many Asian paints are there and distembers is there. You all must have not seen this, or you all must have not even observed this. But if you talk about the past, the people must have seen this. And you just take आपके यहाँ अगर आपकी नानी है, दादी है, उनके पास वो पान खाते, betel leaves they eat, उसमें भी देखो चूना होता है उनके पास. You see that how it goes on. जैसे उसमें पानी डालते हैं वो एब्जॉर्ब कर जाता है, फिर से कभी वो 2-4 दिन के बाद अगर पान खाने बैठते तो फिर से उसमें पानी डालते हैं. दिस इज द वे, दिस इज द गुड एग्जांपल आई कैन गिव यू ऑल. Okay. Now you will see that the oil bearing layers is a porous, that is the limestone or the sandstone. Limestone, I have given you the example that how it is. Limestone is a very good example that how it is porous, it is absorbs the water, it will allow the water. And if that porous sponge में आप पानी ले लो, absorb करोगे, फिर उसके बाद आप में उसको देखोगे तो afterwards it will start dripping. After some times it will start dripping the water inside. Okay. Now after this petroleum, what I said of the petroleum, that it is a liquid gold. It is used as a base in the many industries, in the textile industries, okay, in the fertilizers, in the chemical industries. Then where it has been found, it is found deep inside the ground. You need to drill it. Wells are being then found. Again, I said as the coal is been found, the layer is there. Upper layer may be of the natural gas. The down layer must be of the fossil fuel or the oil. In some places, you may only find the gas. And this may happen just because of the, these may happen just because of the heat inside the ground. This may happen just because of the heat inside the ground. Now the next, I have shown you this also. Have you understood how the distillation is being done over here? Now, the petroleum is also used as a fuels to the power vehicles, okay, heating utensils, and also in the machines, as well as being converted into the plastic and the other material. Because of the majority of the world relies on this petroleum for many goods and services, the petroleum industry is extremely powerful. Why the petroleum industry is very powerful, or why the petroleum is known as a liquid gold? So this is the answer which you can give, or why petroleum is very powerful, or why this mineral is being used on majority. why it is being used on the majority. So this is the answer you can get, that how petroleum is having its own value, how economically it is good, how it is adding to the economy of the country. So this is the answer. If you want to just read it out, you all can just read it out. It may not be in your book, but just see that petroleum is used as a fuel to power vehicles, and also it is used in whatever, or what are the uses of the petroleum. See the question, what are the uses of the petroleum? Why petroleum is called as the liquid gold? Then how petroleum is adding to the economy of the country. So y'all can say, or how petroleum, what is the importance of petroleum? So these are the 4 questions of which the same answer will be there. Only the question, because the material, why it is called as the liquid gold, because it is having that much of value, it is valuable. Where it is being used, that again same thing. Then importance of petroleum, again you will say the same points. Then again, how it is adding to the economy of the country. Again, it has been used in most of the industries as a raw material, which has been helping for the production of the goods, which may add to the per capita of the to our country, which may give work to the people. And that's why not all over the world, most of the people, they really rely on this. They are dependent on this petroleum. And that's why it is most of the important. Or how does it adds to the global economy? How can you say that petroleum adds to the global economy? See, 5 questions I have asked, or 4 questions I have asked on same material, same answer, it is there. Only the question may change, but the answer is same. Are you getting what I am explaining?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, as I told you, what is the extraction? How this is being extracted? What is the process? Now the extraction and the processing of petroleum, thus is the ability. Now you all have learned in the first lesson, resource planning, identification is very important. Then the cost of extraction is also very important. And the labors involved in that, that is also very important. That how much labors it has been taken, what type of quantity and quality we have been getting. Then what is the cost of extraction, that is also important. And identification, that where we will find this, in which area, resource planning, all these comes in resource planning. That is very important. And that's why now we will see that how this extraction is being done. Now this extraction, the world economy, as I said that it adds to the world economy. As I said that it adds to the world economy because it is used as a raw material. It is used as a raw material in the most of the country. Okay, I will just finish it off this point, and then we will just take off the revision. Okay, now it is said that it is geologist. Now who are these geologists? Geologists are the person who learn or who study about the earth, of the geography, who will tell you, who will do the identification. Now there are some other companies in the world who are involved in the extraction and the processing of petroleum. Whatever the petrol, whatever the oil is been extracted, as you have learned in the previous slide, that whatever is oil is been extracted, it is not used as it is. Distillation is been done, and from that we get the kerosene, we get the petrol, we get the lubricating oil, we get the kerosene. All these are being separated. All this has been separated. Not, there are some companies who are involved in this, who create this petroleum. Now, including plastic, fertilizers, automobiles, as I said, airplanes, these are how. Now, you will see that this, whatever we are getting, जैसे आपने देखे highways, अभी तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ये हो रहा है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बेसिस पे दिया गया है, और कैसे कंस्ट्रक्शन हो रहा है रोड्स का, यू विल सी द सीमेंट रोड्स। बट अगर पहले आप देखते थे तो ऑल द रोड्स जहाँ पे एस्पेक्ट यूज किया जाता था, दैट इज डाबर यूज किया जाता था, जो रोड को प्लेन करने के लिए हाईवेज, that is also one of the extract, or that is one of the thing which we are getting from this fossil, from this petroleum. Okay, now geothermal energy is there, then another we will see wind energy is there, that we are going to see afterwards. Now today what we have seen, we'll just go through it. We have seen this picture, coal, I have told you yesterday. We have seen that how the formation, or how there is the formation of coal, that how the remains of the plants pit has been formed, then sediment, then sedimentary rock, and it goes on, it takes a time, it takes a pressure on it, and the heat, all these work hand in hand, and then you will see that we will get a coal. Then again you will see here that what is petroleum, how petroleum is there, how it is useful, where it is being used, how there are porous limestone, and then you will see the distillation of the oil, and here you have seen that how the petrol is being used. Hope so you all understood today whatever is being shown to you. Hello, shall I conclude with the lesson? Understood today coal and petroleum?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you all have seen the diagrams also, how the distillation is being done,
Yes.
how the yes, and how the form that it has been done for you all. Then next we will start with the solar energy and the wind energy. Okay, we are talking about the, so here we will stop. Hopes you all understand. Okay, bye students.
Okay.